everyone, how's it going? I'm TheRatman, and this is Dark Souls 3. Let's get right into it, shall we? So, the Dark Souls series has a reputation for being kinda... how do I put this? Difficult? Yeah, difficult. But the reality is that's not really the case.
Indeed.
Yes, indeed. It's kind of a difficult series, as it's kindly points out for us.
Lothric.
No, but, it's a difficult series, and I feel that the marketing for Dark Souls has sort of been the best thing for the series, and yet at the same time kind of detrimental to the, how do I put this, the video game sphere as a whole. So let's go with Dark Souls 1. Dark Souls 1 comes out, and it's lauded as one of the best games, not of all time, but you know, just... it's up there. It's up there with Ocarina of Time. And part of that is this fantastic philosophy of world design and world building where you can just run around, go anywhere you want, and it feels like a solid lived-in place. Like, there's no loading screens. You do the initial loading screen in Dark Souls 1, and you're done. And maybe I shouldn't be talking about this right now during the intro cutscene, but I'm not doing anything, so fuck it. If it's too loud, then I will just turn down the volume in post, because this is getting quite loud. Where was I going? Yeah, so Dark Souls 1, you can go anywhere you want, and it doesn't really roadmap you where to go, you just do it. And you can find out for yourself if you're going the wrong way, because you'll get your ass kicked or something. But people don't really remember Dark Souls 1 for that. I mean, now they do, but when the game came out, they didn't applaud it for that. It was well known because it was a brutally difficult, brutally unfair, which I feel like isn't true. Like, it is unfair at some points, but really the game is quite fair. I think the reason why it's so difficult is because compared to other video games at the time, video games were kind of easy. Like, there weren't really video games that challenged people, and I can attest to this. I've been pretty much gaming my whole life, and no game is harder than Dark Souls, except maybe... oh yeah, York, let out that big scream. Let them know how hard Dark Souls is. But no video game like Dark Souls ever challenged me. Although, to be fair, I actually didn't start out with Dark Souls 1. I started out with Dark Souls 3, and then I went to Dark Souls 1 to see what it was all about. Because again, the marketing for this game, it's so hard you'll prepare to die, it turned me off from the game. Because why would I want to play a game where it just kicks my ass over and over again with no respite? Which is not true. There's actually quite a lot of bit of respite. This game is surprisingly fair.
Nameless, accursed undead.
But to be honest, I haven't finished Dark Souls 1 because I started with Dark Souls 3. And that sort of tainted my, how do I say this? It made it hard to go back to Dark Souls 1 after you played 3, because man, is Dark Souls 1 slow as fuck. I got as far as Ornstein and Smog, and then I said, I'm done. Yes, that's right, I rage quit on Ornstein and Smog. But don't worry, I have actually beaten this game. I am intending on finishing this playthrough for once, because I know I haven't had a good track record of finishing those. Sorry about that. It's not because those games are too hard or because I do lose interest in the series, it's just I'm busy with life stuff, so not a lot of time to do YouTube videos. Usually when I go out and do this what's it called, this character building, I usually go Deprived. I go with the Sovereignless Soul because it's the best one. I mean, they all have their uses, but I like Sovereignless Soul. It's currency, gives you the free level ups, why not? A lot of people go with Life Ring when they first play the game. Don't do that. Life Ring sucks. It's like it's literally looked like a boop on your health bar. It does not help at all. Go with something else. The free level up that you get from Sovereignless Soul gives you more health than the Life Ring, alright? That's how bad Life Ring is. As we do that, face preset, I'm fine. It doesn't matter, I'm gonna be fully suited down in a deck of armor anyway, eventually. So let me just say right now, I've played a lot of Dark Souls 3. I love this game. I kinda know it like the back of my hand almost. So I'm doing a little challenge on myself, which is I am not allowed to use equipment. I'm not allowed to use weapons or armor that I find on the ground. I'm only allowed to use weapons and armor that I find off enemies. So like basically RNG drops only. I can't buy anything from the store. Rings are okay. Rings are fair game. It's just the armor and equipment, or just the armor and weapons. And the reason why I do this challenge is because I've played this game a bunch. I usually gravitate towards like one weapon or one playstyle. When I do it like this with the challenge on, I'm just sort of doing whatever the game gives me. And you know, it just spices things up a little bit. It's not quite as I can't believe I missed that initial swing. It's not quite as varied as I would like. The challenge has some flaws because you're mostly stuck fighting the same enemies over and over, so you get the same equipment over and over. But I still like it. It spices it up just enough to keep me back in the game. Otherwise, I wouldn't be playing this, to be quite honest with you. So you just run over here, grab some stuff. So along the way while I play, I'll try and introduce you guys to all the things that I know. This game's been out for a while though. Chances are, well, first of all, chances are no one's going to be watching this. Second of all, chances are people probably already know all the secrets. In fact, I'm probably missing a few of the secrets because I've forgotten over time. But it'll be fine. My lovely message buddies right here. Wow, fuck you, I'm trying to talk. My little message buddies will help me along the way. It's also been a while since I've done a YouTube video, so apologies if I stutter. So I'm just gonna run over here, activate that first bonfire, because I have a feeling I'm going to die very soon. I'm trying to remember, do I have to rest at bonfires? I don't wanna, but I'm gonna do it. Because if I die, I don't want to start at the very beginning, I want to start there. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to fight the first boss in this area. Now, if you're experienced with the game, you might be saying to yourself, TheRatman, the first boss? You're going the wrong way. Nah, my dude, that's not the first boss. Well, let me just clear out these guys. Oh, fuck. I was not paying attention. Shit, I have to heal now. So I'm gonna go down here. There's a sign that says turn back. It says it for good reason. So that way that I was going, that's not the first boss. This is the first boss. Sort of. Oh, he coming. Oh, there we go. So here's a crystal lizard. Extremely tough enemy that you're not supposed to fight until later. But I'm fighting it now because why not? I can do it. I've done it plenty of times. And the big reason why this fight is even possible is because right there, you saw it, I staggered him. In general. Ah, fuck. Ooh. In general, with large enemies, you can stagger them and get a free face stab. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Don't get greedy. Greed is how it gets you killed. Even though I just hit him in the face when I shouldn't have. Another, I believe this is called riposting, but I call it face stabbing or front stabbing. Wow, that was lucky. Oh jeez, watch the bite. Come on. A few more. That's right. There we go, finish it off with another face stab. Whew. So yeah, that was Dark Souls, everyone. That was the first boss. Goodbye, thanks for watching my playthrough. See you next time. Okay. Let's continue. Okay, but that boss, that crystal lizard is honestly quite scary to fight, because if you saw, I only had to get hit once, and I had to use all my healing items. It basically one-hit KOs you. Thankfully, when you're playing as Deprived, you get 10 points in Vigor, which allows you to tank that. If you're actually playing other classes that have less than 10 points, you do just end up getting a one-shot. So yeah, anyone who says playing Deprived is the hardest clearly has no idea what they're talking about. Deprived actually has a really good stat spread. I don't know if you caught it, but it was just 10 in every stat. Also, I just realized I'm not two-handing my club. Whoops. That could have made the fight a lot easier for me. Oh, no. I messed up. There we go. When you two-hand a weapon in Dark Souls, you do slightly more damage. And you should two-hand every weapon you come across if you're not using the, if you're not using a shield, you should two-hand every weapon, because why not? You got a free hand. Use it. And there's someone behind me. There you are. There we go. But yeah, why not? A club works too, so just use it. Fading Soul. Fading Souls are pretty worthless, I'm not gonna lie. That's okay though, we'll just pick them up anyway, because why not? Free items are free items. Alright, for this part, maybe I want to have the shield out. Fuck you. Freaking spear and shield guy. The best weapon historically to use. Nothing beats like 5 guys, burgers and no, I'm just kidding. Nothing beats 5 guys with spears and shields. It's OP, please nerf. Freaking Greeks OP. Let's see, let me go to the left, because you want to get this item over here, which you can only get by jumping. And jumping in the Dark Souls series has always been kind of finicky. Made it. Nice. Like, you can't just jump. That was a big deal in Sekiro, by the way, the fact that you could just jump. There we go, plunging attacks, which are very useless. They're not useless, it's just rare that you get the opportunity to use plunging attack. Like, if you get to use a plunging attack, it's not because the game let you, it's because the game wanted you to. If that makes any sense what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna put the fire bombs on for this boss now. He is, let's see. So here we go, we're gonna help out our buddy. Get that sword out of you, because it looks painful. And he's gonna repay us by killing us. So before he does that, why don't you just go ahead and get a few free hits in. Oh, okay, whew, been a while. 1, 2, nice. So this boss, Udic Skunder, he's a pretty fun fight. He's actually really hard. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. He's actually really hard for your first boss if it's your first time playing this game. Alright, now is the time for fire bombs. Come on. You like this. Oop, nice. Don't hit me! Ow. But honestly, fire bombs aren't that good. They're just helpful if you're a coward. I just want to show that off for a bit. Am I gonna die? Okay. Oof. One more. Oh gosh, I'm getting greedy. There we go. Nice. That was a lot faster than I remembered. But in general, enemies that have that dark, floating black, the black, yeah, enemies that have the black. Okay, enemies that have been taken by the abyss, which have that black swirling snake thingy around them, weak to fire. So use your fire bombs, use torches, all that good stuff. It'll do a lot of damage. Or at the very least, it'll give you the upper hand. And my phone is ringing. I have to go answer that. BRB. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. Where did I leave off? So we've killed the first boss. Oh yeah, let me talk about the first boss. It's actually a really good lesson for starting out the game. The first time I played Dark Souls 3, fuck. That boss, I was stuck on him for maybe a solid 40 minutes. Because again, it was the first time I ever played a Dark Souls game. And that Crystal Lizard, I couldn't even like come close to beating him because I'd get really scared. Because its moveset is like totally unlike anything you fought thus far. I mean, that too for Udic Skunder, but at least he has a weapon, so you can sort of like focus on the spear. In general, what enemies that don't have weapons for you to focus on, have really hard animations, have really hard tells. Because again, the weapon itself gives you something to focus on. So you know when the next attack is coming. Animal-like enemies like the Crystal Lizard or Udic when he goes full black. Oh yeah, whatever, I'm just gonna call it the black. When he goes full black. Really hard to read the moves. But that boss does a good job of teaching you, hey, you gotta dodge, you gotta block at the right times, and if you can't do that, then it's just gonna be a hard wall for the rest of the game. So by forcing such a hard boss on the player, actually does a really good job of reinforcing this dog. I remember this dog. I remember it so well that I can't miss every time I hit it. There we go. So yeah, Udic hard is good, teaches you to get good. And if he wasn't there, you just hit that wall later anyway. So I'm glad they give you such a hard time for the first boss. Let's go inside, shall we? Get to that first bonfire. Where's the... Oh, right, I have to talk to you first.
Welcome to the bonfire, unkindled one. I am a firekeeper.
So I'm just gonna make the call to skip dialogue. Because if I were to sit here and listen to everything that she said, we'd be here for a very long time. Very well, touch the darkness inside me, take nourishment. So here's our level up lady. So I'm gonna put... What do I want to do here? I'm gonna put a few points in vigor. Yeah, fuck it, just every point in vigor. No, let's not do that. We'll do like 15. No, fuck it, every point. Hell yeah. There we go. Farewell, Ashen One. May the flames guide thee, so once you talk to her, you can... No?
Ash Purdue, the mark to love. Farewell, may the...
I feel dumb. Am I missing something? Did I not pick up? It's here. What am I doing wrong?
Ash Purdue,
Use the
mark
sword.
of Ash will to Lothric. Ashen One, sovereign, I will show Ashen One. Farewell, Ashen.
How do I do this? Oh, I'm just standing in the wrong spot. So you can't do it from here, you gotta do it from here. Lame. That's okay though. So we do that. Oh yeah, look at how buff I look. Look at all these undead guts on me. Hell yeah, I look sexy. Okay, so we go to inventory. And we're gonna use... Actually, let's talk to you first. Hey, what's up, old lady?
A pleasure to make thine acquaintance, Ashen One. I am but a humble handmaid of the shrine. Weapons, armor, I've lots of little, and yes, I'm undead too.
So, if you couldn't tell, this is the shopkeeper lady.
As is thou be.
And the reason why I use her is not because I like buying items, it's because I can sell items. And I'm going to sell these souls to her. Normally to use souls, you use them from your inventory, but that takes a really long time. Here, I'll show you. So you go to inventory, you use it, bam, bam. And if you want to use multiple souls, you have to keep doing that over and over again. The time adds up, and it's just like, nah, I don't want to deal with that. Let's see, we'll go over here, pump that all in. Can I get 200 more? Let's see here. 200. Ah, I'm so close. I could sell a Homeward Bone, but I'd rather not. Oh, and here's a goodie from Dark Souls 1. Here's Andre the Blacksmith.
Well, I am not as humble as your ends, toilsome. Let me, I am
Don't ask why he's here.
such a
It kind of makes no sense why he's here. And that's one of the bigger criticisms of Dark Souls 3. They have like a lot of throwbacks and references to Dark Souls 1 that don't... It just doesn't make any sense. Like, why are these people here? How did they get here? Has it really been this long? Have they lived for that long? Is that even possible? Just don't think about it. Okay, just don't think about it. Dark Souls 3 probably has the worst... Not the worst story. It's still like a decent story. Just out of the 3 games, it probably has the worst one. And again, it's because a lot of the lore connections don't really make any sense. And here we have Mr. Sekiro himself, this freaking weeb samurai over here. You do have to be careful when he goes into the stance. He has the potential to parry you. You don't want that to happen. So don't swing wildly when he's like this. You want to wait. Fuck. Fuck. Shit. No. Whew. Look at that. Look at all that damage he does. It's insane. Luckily, though, with the club out, you can just stagger him for days, and it's not so bad. Fuck. I said the thing, and it happened. God damn it. You know what? You can have a fully charged R2. God damn it. Alright, nice. Bam. Bam. So yeah, he's pretty tough. You can tell by all the blood stains around. And I forgot to change my Estus type, so this is going to be a little harder. Nice, 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 nice. Just a few. Oh, time to punish! Nice, nice. There we go. So yeah, when fighting tough enemies, just keep your focus up and you'll be alright. Oh, you got a free Estus. I don't know why, but I'll take it. What gave me the free Estus? Oh, you know what? Somebody else must have started a new game next to me. And you scared the shit out of me. Don't ever do that again. So yeah, when people light bonfires next to you, you can actually get a free Estus flashback. So that's nice. That's nice to see that someone else is also starting a new game alongside me. Dark Souls is the loneliest game that you can play. And it's also one of the most social games that you can play because of small little interactions like that, where you can't really see anyone, but you know they're around. And that's a nice feeling. You're not in the struggle alone, you know? Let's see here. So now we have enough souls from killing Sekiro over there. And if you wanted to do like your katana loadout or your weed loadout or whatever, that's the guy you want to kill first.
Very well, then taken.
Alright. Level up one more time. Ooh, 2 more times in fact. Hell yeah.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Alright, let's get going.